you're doing well. Hey, Lori. Hope you're doing better today.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Way, way, way better. But I only have like 3 more days till I get to the doctor and get medication. So
Well,
then I'll be back to life.
that's an improvement at least.
Hey, Patty, Fishion, Ian, Bigfoot.
Hey, Bigfoot. Hey, Patty. Fijion. Hello. So we came home today.
Where'd
And
you go? Tahoe?
realized that my grandmother had locked us out of the house. She thought we were coming home tomorrow, so she locked us out of the house. We tried knocking on the door and pounding on the door and ringing the doorbell. She didn't answer because and we get into the house and it's like deafening. Freaking TV's on so loud.
Oh, probably why she didn't hear you.
No, really? You think?
Oh,
Could that
sort
be
of like
why?
over here.
What?
Sort of like
Dang.
over here.
Huh? Yeah.
So my friend dropped off his fish, and in a couple days he'll be on his way to India, or I guess at the end of the week, because they have to get their COVID tests 72 hours before they fly. And I was actually surprised. He brought over shrimp, guppies, cories, and 3 absolutely beautiful goldfish. The Ronda type, I guess they are. Anyway,
Miranda?
fantails. Yeah. Um, so I'm gonna well, one I guess is a lion head kind. I don't know much about goldfish. Um, but I'll take videos in a couple days. One of the goldfish was, I guess he's had him like 3 or 4 years, and he was pretty stressed. He was not a happy camper.
I wouldn't be.
And he gave me some red dragon guppies and a Google Home Hub, and I'm like totally not set up for it. Anybody want a Google Home Hub trade? See, I don't know anything about guppies, but
Chewy GRB Roundhouse. Hello. Sorry. Go on.
my ammonia zero, by the way, Roundhouse. Um, um, yeah, I don't know anything about guppies, but these have big round bodies and fantails, and then one of them has the bumpy head. But the two others, one's a tricolor, and the other one's sort of a silver gray with black on its back. I'll do a video of them, but I sort of forgot how pretty fancy goldfish are. I know they're, yeah, they're goldfish. I know how messy they are. He put them in a smaller tank because they're going to be there a month, and it has 2 filters that take up the whole back of the tank. But they're all set up and happy. Oh, shut up, Roundhouse.
What is
That's
Roundhouse
only
saying?
one out of
What?
that's only one tank out of 14. Zero ammonia. Yeah. Um, I just decided to test the cichlid tank because there's so many cichlids in it. And I'm
Patty,
doing
that's my comment too. Sorry, go on.
um and let's see. Well, tomorrow's Hanukkah, so my mom and I are going to the plaza in Santa Fe. An artist made a big huge brand new chili menorah for lighting on the plaza. And so we're going to go to the grand opening and get latkes and donuts and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be fun.
Good, Ian.
Cool, Ian. Well, tomorrow's my day.
Oh, yeah.
To spend with Mom.
I feel
Well,
bad.
besides Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mom and I were actually talking about culture and carp, that nobody eats carp. Except, well, we make carp into gefilte fish. And Ramu's actually, his family farm in India, he said that they have 3 huge tilapia ponds
Oh.
that they grow tilapia and sell.
I like trout better. Hey, Pridemore. Hey,
Hey,
Mississippi Hippie.
fish is fish. Okay, I know fish tastes different, but yeah, I actually won Passover made homemade gefilte fish, and boy, was it good.
Uh,
Hey, Mississippi Hippie, Brad William. Okay, Sherry, Danny. I think I got everybody. So Monday I'm gonna start. Since I can't do water changes tomorrow, Monday will be water change day. Um,
oh,
and
and
my
Roundhouse? I don't know what you and Terry were talking about. I don't know what you two were talking about 2 days ago.
what did you watch, Atkins? Ian. Yeah, I guess is it like Michigan or something that has a problem with Asian carp? 25-year-old tank. Well, eventually. Well, there's a lot of things I don't like. Yeah, I like salmon, but I like it smoked on a cedar stick, the way they do it in Washington State, the way the natives do it. But that's how I was grown up. That's how I grew up when we were on the reservation and stuff in Washington State. Hey, Jeffrey. So, when will those? This is a pre-question for a pre-question. When or about how long until the Turkanas are old enough to breed? Because they're starting to be weird.
Um, hey, Jeffrey. Roundhouse? I meant not, I don't know what you're talking about. But, well, I don't know what you're smoking because we were talking about water what was it, 2 days ago? Were you there, Lori?
I don't remember.
It was a few days ago. We were talking about water.
Ah, cool, Ian.
I think it was Thursday. We were talking about water. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll definitely watch it. I always
What?
worry about the Marvel movies. And I want to see Raccoon City, of course. And luckily, the Marvel movie isn't playing in our theater, but that's okay. We'll go down to Santa
10
Fe Monday or
rings.
Tuesday and see
10
it.
rings. 10 rings. 10 rings. I think we watched that already. And I I think it was free. I think we already watched that one. I could be wrong.
Well, I'd say being raised in a science-oriented science fiction family. If it's science fiction, I watch it. I used to watch a lot more movies. With no TV, it's harder. And an unwillingness to pay for 10 million streaming programs. I think I'm down to 1 or 2 crabs. Well, the comics are always better, Danny. My boyfriend has an extensive collection of comics. That just looks like way too many fish.
How are yours doing, Lori?
I think I'm down to 2 or 3. I planted it so heavily, it's kind of hard to see because I have to move the plants all around to see them.
My problem is they dig, but I don't know how many I have left. I don't think I have very many.
That's true, they do dig. Although I have one that really likes hanging out underneath the catappa leaf, so I kind of always know where that one is. And then there's one that dug a hole under the plants in the back. So to see that one, I have to like move the tank all around. Oh, nice. Roundhouse.
What did Roundhouse say?
I have a Superman #1 in the deposit box. I'd keep it in a safety deposit box too. Yeah, the economy for everything is weird. So who are you smiling at? Oh, and he muted himself. So he must be talking to his mom or his dad. Because he's semi-smiling, and if he were talking to his brother, he wouldn't be. Right? I'm right, though, aren't I?
Actually, I like that comment, but you'd have to be wrong in this instance.
That was your brother?
Uh-huh.
Wow. And you had a smile on your face?
He said he told me he asked me if he could have one of the bundt cakes and which one he should. And I said I would try the chocolate or the lemon because those both are good. Which actually I might go get two just because I want one.
Yeah, Venom 2 is like, I don't know. I sort of agree with you, but I'm kind of like hesitant sometimes to watch any of them until someone else that I think has a decent take
And nosy
on movies watches it. Roundhouse says, tell him he can have one after he does a water change on his own tank.
He did a water change a few days ago, but I need to do it. I need to do it on his tank because I need to remineralize his water. But he did do it a few days ago.
Does that mean you got an RO unit?
What? No. Why would I get an RO unit? Why do I need an RO unit to do that?
Well, then why do you remineralize?
Because
Or however you pronounce it.
because my water is really, really soft. It doesn't have much in it, and it's really
Oh,
soft. So I need to add
that's right.
buffering capacity to it.
I'm such a dodo bird sometimes.
Because um, my cousin's my cousin has way too many. We asked her what she did, and she said she remineralizes hers as well. So that's what I'm doing for his, but I'm slowly doing it. So I'm doing his water changes right now.
Ah, you are too kind.
Why? A, why am I banned? B, I haven't bought anything in quite a while, except the mud skippers, which those I'm happy I bought. Methinks I bought the last two.
Mud skippers are pretty cool. So I decided I'm trading a 40-gallon curse tank for like I want a
You
40
mean a 60
breeder.
gallon?
Yeah, 60-gallon for a 40 breeder tank or something, or an Exoterra. Although I don't know if that's strong enough for the ball pythons.
No, the next thing I need is lights.
Lights, action! I'll just suffer with the lights I have.
I'm trying to. I need a few more web. I want a few webcams.
I'll just move mine around.
I sure hope his brother.
But for
Oh,
now, you
I'm
guys have to
stressed.
suffer with cichlids. Yeah, Monday I'm going to do the big tank something. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to try and totally empty the platy tank and separate the cichlids from the platies, from the guppies,
What the hell?
and then I have a calico bristlenose in there that are really cool. One of them has like a white mouth from his eyes down, and calico spotting. He's really cool, or it's really cool. It's too little to know whether it's a male or a female. Ah, and there is a fork in my polar blue tank that the cichlids must have covered after they finished eating the zucchini at one point, and the polar blues have uncovered it.
You put zucchini in the cichlid tank?
Oh, yeah, they love it.
Hmm.
Everybody eats. That's right, for fork's sake. And it's one of my good forks, too. Except I have a problem. When I moved into this house, I had like 3 sets of dishes and silverware. And they just like disappear. I don't know where they go.
I'm assuming it's the dogs.
Yeah, but when they take stuff outside, even if they chew it up, you find. I mean, what are they going to do with a 12-inch dinner plate?
It's called Berry or Break
Nah,
It.
our ground's too hard.
Oh.
Sometimes I love rearranging stuff. And other times it's like some of the rocks are almost too heavy for me to lift. But not because they're big, heavy rocks. It's just because I'm weak. Weaker than I used to be.
Okay, so I have a I have a question that I'm curious about. Do you guys have a suggestion on a do you guys happen to have any suggestions on good fry food? I have Aquarium Co-op's fry food, but I'm not sure if that's small enough for the CPD fry because they're newborn. And I have first bites, but I only have a little bit left. And I really don't like doing live food because freaking microworms and vinegar eels stink like hell. And I don't like reculturing them.
To do Roundhouse. I mean, right now, I'd be having problems reading books. Or I am, actually. I'm partway through a book and this diabetes is kicking my eyes. It's actually kicking a lot of stuff that I'm not too happy about.
Fender, come!
Next time you guys see the cichlid tank, it'll be different because I'm going to put in a bunch of caves. And oh, they had a sale on the clay pots that are about 4 inches, 5 inches across. Oh, 25 cents a piece. There weren't very many left, but I got them. I just like the Sarah tabs. I thought vinegar eels did smell, which is why they're called vinegar eels. Of course, I've heard people say that fish tanks smell, but they don't smell if you take care of them. Well, at least none of mine smell. I've had a fish net in my tank to try and catch an mbuna, the only mbuna in the parrot tank. And everybody else goes into the net and sniffs the net and goes up there, except the Mangano. He just knows that I'm after his butt.
Okay, another question. Do they give you the Aquarium Co-op fry powder and you have to add water to it?
Don't they say so?
No.
Sarah Fry Food egg layer formula is excellent. First foods for very small egg layer fry. Vinegar eels don't smell.
The vinegar smells. It smells like vinegar, so yes, it does smell.
Ian's waiting on Sarah Micron Fry Food.
Yeah, I've thought about getting that.
Danny said he's heard Sarah Foods can cloud the water, but he's never used them. Well, I know that the Sarah tabs that stick on the glass don't cloud the water. Danny also says Akari first bites, baby brine shrimp.
But yeah, do I add water to this?
And Danny said, stop sniffing your worms.
Okay, am I supposed to add water to this? Because this is the first time using it. I've had it for a few weeks, for a month or two, but to me that looks like solid. Do I just add water?
Look it up. I hate when things don't come with directions. But that seems to be more the case these days.
Oh, and I got my Secret Santa gift today, which I'm happy about. And I just
But
sent
you
my
have to do a video on it.
what? Yeah,
Retroids
I
is
did.
a great
I did a
fruit.
short. I did a short video of it, and I sent it to Jess already. Although I almost forgot.
Oh, these guys are all always busy. It's totally amazing.
So when I get it, it just comes in this, and there are no instructions with it. It just gives you ingredients.
Does it say anything on the bottle? Just the ingredients?
Super
What
easy to
is it?
feed.
What is it?
Uh, it's a quote unquote easy fry food.
Okay.
It's not. This is what it came inside of. I just opened it. This is all it came with. Hello, Scott. Hope you're well. Yes, I think so. Because it comes in a squirt bottle, Jeffrey. It comes in a squirt bottle. I can't squirt if there's no water or nothing. But it's dry powdered food, so I'm confused because it's a squirt bottle, so it looks like you're supposed to, but it doesn't have any instructions. It just gives you ingredients. Easy to use bottle that is convenient, but I'm guessing a friend had it, but it's a squirt bottle. I can't squirt it into the tank, Jeff or Ian, because it's a powdered food. It's a powder, so I'm a little bit confused. But yeah, I'm really confused. Because it's a powder. So how are you supposed to squirt it out? Hey, Kenny. Okay. Hope you're doing well, Kenny. I could have sworn when I saw it before it was more of a liquid. All right, I'll give you that roundhouse.
Oh no, I've been talking and I was muted. I
Yeah,
said
we're
that
happy.
Jeffrey was right because we used to put chalk in those bottles to make chalk lines. And then I said, yeah, flip the bottle upside down over your hand. Well, take the lid off and put some in your hand and you'll see how it works. There is no label on the bottle, just the ingredients. Roundhouse. Oh, yeah, and if you didn't hear me, hi, Danny. Hi, Kenny. Whichever you are.
Yeah, I never know.
For that matter, it could be both.
Although yeah, my guess is Kenny.
I know the beta bug bites come out too slow.
But yeah, I need to go feed them soon. But I ah
Okay, so try it.
I
You have the
will.
bottle in your hand.
I
Take
will.
the lid off. You can always feed it to a different fish. It won't kill them. Decisions. He must be feeding CPDs.
What?
Probably, Danny.
No.
Corey. Ian just dropped the link for a video Corey made about using fry food. My big fish love fry food.
Well, at least I found the peace lorry
Good.
while kicking it.
Okay, so now that the fork is uncovered, the high fin is checking it out. Sorry, there's no zucchini on the fork.
Wait, what are they doing?
The high fin just came out and discovered the fork. So he's like looking up and down the fork for the zucchini, but there isn't any. Because the fork's been buried and the cichlids or the parrots uncovered it. It was a hidden fork. Ooh, and one of the bristlies came out. Yeah, I leave these lights are on a lot more than the others just to get algae in this tank on the rocks and stuff so they can scrape it off, and the plecos love it, the little bristlies. They love chewing on the rocks. And that cool piece of wood back there gets some nice algae on it. And then, well, I don't know if you can see because I have too much junk in front of the tank because it's a good place to put things. Let's see. They have more rocks and plants and stuff over there. But I'm going to build up like some caves in the middle for them. They're happy fish. And it really is funny because I never, ever used to see the ruby greens until I put the rest of the fish in. And now they're always out playing. I figure somebody took over their territory. Ah, okay, that could be why, Jeffrey. Because the two big Turkanas are getting real friendly with each other, and I think they killed one of the small ones this morning, or we're working on it. So I was going to just leave those two in there and remove the other ones, because these guys are getting pretty feisty. And I figure they must be pairing up because they always seem to be together. And they're not very nice. But they are pretty. Oh, that's like when he's one of the ones that flew onto the floor and he actually went into the closet. So it was like I was looking everywhere for him because
Hey, Adele.
he's like, I think if I could only keep one fish, I would probably keep him. Because once I saw the eye biter that Benno Chart had, I wanted one so bad. And I went into the local Petco and they had two. So I got them both. And they're just.
What size is that, Lori?
What? The. It's a 75.
Okay. Hey, Adele.
Phew.
God bless you. Hey,
Thank
Biggies.
you.
So, of course, you know me. I go overboard. So, I have like 5 Marina hang-on breeder boxes. And then I just got 2 more medium ones. But the mediums are for live bearers. Or at least that's what they're made pretty much specifically for. So I got 2 of these as well.
Hey, Adele. Yeah, the other eye biter has claimed this other corner as its. I know, I have 125 that they'll go in. I just have to wait till January when Ramuz picks up his fish, and then I'll put it there. But this was like, I had these guys split up, the haps were in here and the rest of them were in the tank that tipped over. So throwing them in here was a fast way to save their little lives.
Oh, hey, Lori. Oh, did you see Lori was on Aquafunk's channel? Lori, hey, Myrtle.
I saw it, but I slept all day.
That was on Aquafunk's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was cool.
Oh, I think it was sometime last week. I saw the tank going, and I we looked and we think that it has a press board stand, and one of the corners is kind of messed up. And I think with just the weight, it finally crumbled. And I saw the tank going, and there was just no way to stop it. There's no way I could get out of my chair fast enough. And the tank landed on my bed, and luckily didn't break, just the heater broke. And all the fish went flying out of the tank. And I yelled for my boyfriend, and I was in a dress and leggings, and I got down on the wet floor. My dress soaked up water. Um, and we started grabbing at fish, and I only lost one 1-inch Kenny and some fry because I threw them all in a bucket. Um, and I'm sure it was eye biters who ate all the fry. But, that's kind of life. But I saved everybody else.
How long?
My boyfriend's going, oh, they're slimy. Of
Wait,
course,
Matt. Sorry,
the
go on.
yeah, he picked up the big one of the Lacostomus. It wasn't slimy, and I said, just drop it in the Oscar tank. Um, but yeah, my bed was wet. My floor. Oh, we cut as much of the carpet out as we could, and the tiles that I had put on 6 years ago are peeling off. The press board is warped. It's dry now, but it's warped. So eventually I'm going to have to figure out how to take everything out of my room and redo the floor with like plywood. Um, and of course, what I want to do, one of the brown paper bag floors, and then cover it with the polyacrylic. Oh, Majul. Oh, definitely an awesome composer. And by the way, Majul, my mother said, he's wonderful. He's young. Tell him to keep it up because the world needs more classical music. That's not crap. Which from my mom is a really big compliment. Because my mom's not nice.
Matt, was it really 3 hours? Was he going for 3 hours? It's amazing. You can have like 20, 30 minutes worth of footage, and when you're done, you can get it to like a minute. Like you have 20 minutes worth of footage, and then once you're done editing, it can go from like 20 minutes down to like a few minutes.
Or like with Dog is my co-pilot, or not Dog is the other one, the Aquashella, through a Dog's Eye View. I had to speed that one up, or it would have been like 40 minutes of Leo looking one way and another way and snopping and like sniffing butt. But he did have a good time. I still wish we could have gotten Fender and Leo that day with the first day when we brought them back to the hotel and took off their harnesses, and they just like went crazy. It was so cool. The two of them were like bouncing off the beds and jumping around, and
they were
real happy. Yeah.
Well, it was funny. Originally, I think Leo traumatized Fender.
Well, it's his van. Yeah, Leo's a little. Well, that's probably the pit. He's a little too protective sometimes.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the bed. I'm talking about the car.
Oh yeah, because it's his car. It's his territory. I mean, when with him in the car, I never have to worry about homeless people walking up and asking me for money or
Yep.
cigarettes because when they start approaching the window, it doesn't matter if I'm in the way. Leo will walk right over me and just like give him that evil eye. Like, you leave my mom alone or else. But it's kind of good because I never have to worry about anything. Yeah, these guys already ate. And I started including some river shrimp and chopped up mealworms. Oh boy. The haps really like them. The others, I think they like their spirulina better. Their spirulina sticks. It's like, okay, who's the candidate to knock up the lovely dragon blood?
Okay, it is way too easy to overfeed this.
So they all fed and happy?
Yeah. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, eight now? No. Yeah, eight now.
I have some tick spray if you want it.
Huh?
Oh, Matt said, hey, Kevin, you want to hand me a wrench for a second? I feel a tick coming on.
Oh. One, two, three. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea, Matt. Three, five. Yeah, I've got eight. I've got eight big ones and two medium ones now.
I have two breeder boxes and I don't use them. I felt guilty putting the guppies in them. It's like they go from 20 gallons to a few ounces. Poor fish.
But they're still.
Okay, so I don't get as many fry, but that's nature.
Yeah, well, I mean, the nice thing about the fluval marina hang-on breeder boxes is you get a decent amount of flow. Because
Yeah,
I don't like the ones that float in your tanks. Because you have to do them like every day, or you have to um, siphon out all of the debris like every day,
yeah.
they don't always get enough water movement, and sometimes the fish will die, and I don't like that. So I prefer using the marina hang-on breeder boxes, and I think this is enough space.
Bologna is good with mustard. Although, when I went to Central Texas, they make bologna salad, like tuna salad, only with bologna. And I was really surprised how good it was. Oh no, I don't want my fish to be single or in prison. That's why I'm so sad I don't have a buddy for Genghis Khan. But he's mean.
Hey, geek boy, hope you're well.
And he would never, ever put up with having a friend. Okay, but in reality, who am I to say? Because I don't know what fish think. I don't know how fish feel. Maybe he likes being alone and having his own territory. He did not go buy all new fish. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I bought new ones yesterday. No, I have not been home for the last 2 days to go buy any new fish. No, they're doing fine. Same fish.
And the angels are now happy and growing.
Hmm. I'm just I swear, the pieces for the breeder boxes are so easy to lose. I'm trying to find uh or see if I can find a 3D print instruction.
For a breeder box?
Yeah.
I thought you sent one.
What?
You sent one.
What?
Isn't that what you sent?
Well, no, I mean, I want the clips for these ones.
Oh,
The one I sent was
no.
for the CPD breeder
Yeah.
box. That's different.
Actually, my son has a 3D printer. So if you can
Breeder
find,
box. Like
or
one of
actually,
the. I mean, if you want a mesh one, sure.
but my son does custom orders from his Etsy shop. Oh, you guys, come on, let's quit being children.
Hey, Jenna.
I don't know what you're arguing about, but
What did Jenna say? Oh, it was. I really enjoyed going into Myrgle's stream. What was it? 2 days ago. That was fun. I went on it. Well, okay, I was in it at home, and then I think they were just showing tanks. But then later, I went up after. I think right after Adele left. I went up. I didn't want to have to be associated with Adele, so I went up right after. No, I went up after Adele was up there because nobody else was talking. So I'm like, okay, I'll go up. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Myrtle, for doing that stream. I really appreciate it.
well, on the 30th, I have my doctor's appointment, and I'm sure, oh, probably 3 or 4 days after that, I'll start being alive again. Because I get my medications. Arrgh.
Oh my gosh. And looking at that tank, although I know I probably.
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh, yes. See, saving helps, except. Oh, good. You suck,
Oh,
Steven.
and it's not even April 1st. I was looking for April 1st pranks for my book, and like there aren't a lot of them. Well, at least that you can do sans technology.
Uh, Muriel, um, I was thinking Command S, but yes, thank you. um, let's see. But yeah, I really enjoy that guppy tank. I know the guppies probably looked way better in person than on stream, but
Well, my fish certainly do.
luckily Power Director. What is Power Director? I'm assuming that's a PC thing, which I have no clue because I couldn't use a PC 5 years ago. Thanks. For some reason, until Windows 7, and I think they're on like Windows 10 now. Until
11.
Windows 7, you could only make the cursor size a certain ah
Size.
you can only make it up to a certain size. Yeah, I'll agree with that. But they still looked awesome, and I'm sure if you actually if you actually saw them in person, they'd be even better. But I really enjoyed that stream. Thank you, Mitchell. And I was very happy that I was able to see or go into that stream because I wasn't doing anything, and I was really bored, so I really enjoyed it. Huh.
I'd just like to be able to stay up for more than a couple hours at a time.
I think
Someday.
all right, so 11, so yeah, like 4 years ago. Because they come out with the new version like every year or so. And I don't think they implemented a larger cursor. You could only get it like yay big ish. Like uh half a
Not
centimeter, if
big
that,
enough to see.
or half an inch. It's now one louder. Stay up for 2 hours.
I
Wait,
love how friendly cichlids are.
you're being sarcastic, right?
No, they all come over to my hand.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, yeah, because they want to either eat it or get food. See,
Except then you see my computer.
Kenny, that's why I have all of my lights on Casa Wi-Fi light timers. I just have like or you can do like I think they have strips that you can buy. And that's what I use because yeah, having to turn them all off, all all of them off is a pain. It's really annoying because my brother does not turn off his lights at all. Haha, I'm original.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't timers or feeders, because when I feed, it takes
Okay,
a while.
so
Because I
Matt,
watch every single tank.
so um, Matt, I understand feeding and doing water changes manually, but doing timers, I think, is better than having to turn them all off. I agree with having to go see them, so doing water changes by hand, although really annoying. Even just feeding, I
Yeah,
make
but feeding them, you do it every day.
like feeding makes sense. Go put food in the tanks and watch them. That I understand, but light timers. I don't, or having to go turn off the lights every time in the morning and at night. That's a little bit more than you need.
Time intensive.
Yeah. And I understand that. I'm just saying, for me, I think that doing it by hand is fine.
Good way to get shocked, Stephen. Not that I know anything about that.
Well, yeah, and that's the other problem. I hate having wet hands while trying to plug something in or take it out. Yes, I know. I don't do it much, but
Thank you, Kenny. He's my baby. Actually, I like both of them. And they keep everybody else in the tank in line.
all right, Lori. There we go. Huh. Yeah, but you need to also enjoy the hobby, and when it gets too much where you can't enjoy it because you're doing too much, that's also when it gets a little bit cumbersome. I'm all for doing it by hand most of the time, except when it gets too cumbersome to where you don't even want to keep fish anymore because it's too much.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind until you overflow a tank or spill some drops of water. Or the dog takes water and drools into your fish room.
What do you mean? My room is my fish room.
Well, so's mine.
Which reminds me. Okay, so
Thank you.
I have a black, what is it called? It's called a, oh gosh, Black Decker or something like that.
Black and Decker.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Portable AC unit, and it has a dehumidifier option, but I have no clue how to or where the water goes. But
Didn't
it
it come with directions?
sure, except I can't see those damn directions.
Oh, because they're too little.
And scanning through a document is hell.
Okay, I understand your problem with hooked on betas. I swore I was gonna have one, and I like crown tails. I have my blue crown tail. Then someone gave me the mustard gas. Then there was a white body with red crown tail that I really, really liked. So I bought him, and I really want to get one of the red, white, and blue
Oh,
maquette.
oh, geez, no. What's worse is when you have fish flakes on your bed, and one of your dogs decides to knock it into your fish tank or onto the floor, or when you open it and you feed a little bit, you have it on the floor or on the bed, and one of your dogs decides to go and eat a bunch of it. That's always
Oh
fun.
yeah, I spilled some fish food on the bed, and the dogs were like, I thought they were gonna lick the bed to death. But with the shrimp and the mealworms in it, mm-mm-mm.
Yep, those mealworms.
Soldier fly larvae. They actually smell pretty good. They smell like roasted nuts.
Yeah, I just don't know where the tray is to empty it.
It has to be there somewhere.
Or maybe read the instructions, Kev.
No, he can't. They're too small.
Have someone read the instructions to him then.
Ah, Roundhouse just volunteered.
Plus, you can always just go look at the PDF, because that you
You
can
may want
zoom.
to get more rocks in there down the road. Eye biters prey on Mabuna as they get older. Make make place for them. Make place for them to hide. Lori,
What, huh?
she's not even listening to me.
Oh, yeah, I know. See, okay, Kenny, you're one of the ones who didn't hear my great story. This used to be a half only tank, and I had a 60-gallon tank tip over. So I threw all the fish that I got off the ground into a bucket, except for a couple of fry and two smaller ambunas, the manganos. So I threw them all in this tank. And
Jenna,
I have all the rocks and stuff ready to go
Night Geek
so
Boy.
I can put more caves and stuff in. I just keep running into things like Thanksgiving, and right now my diabetes is not under control. So I've been, I got really sick last night. But I have a doctor's appointment on the 30th. So on Monday is my day to rescape this tank and put all the caves and rocks in it. Um, because the way I've been setting it up, I usually have maybe about 10 fries survive to be old enough to sell, which is fine with me because I don't have a fish store that will buy them anymore.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's like pretty much getting rid of fish and just going into doing reptiles.
Yeah, Patty, I'll agree with that, but I think it's just temporary.
I just dumped my brain shrimp hatchery into my Lima tank, and they're going crazy.
You just dumped your brine shrimp hatchery. Okay.
Yeah, I dumped it out into the tank.
What about the shells?
I got rid of all that. I sucked all that stuff out.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just don't have. Okay, I have too many fish, and I don't have enough tanks. Well, I have enough tanks. I don't have enough places to put the tanks to have species only tanks. And I really would have liked the ruby greens to breed, but being as I have two females and like 5 males, um, that probably won't happen. And as long as they're not fighting or killing each other, I'm happy. They're happy. The eye biters get their occasional fry. Everybody else gets occasional fry,
Hey, Kev,
but except for a little bit of chasing,
when you're not using it, why don't you put it back in the box so you don't lose
they're
any
real
parts?
happy.
What?
I mean, I do have a Brichardi tank, a Ducana tank, the Polar Blue Parrot tank, Guppy tanks.
Because that would be too logical, and I didn't think about that for the first 3 that I got.
Yeah, well, that's why you keep losing stuff.
After
So-
that, I did. I have them in the boxes and all of the parts. And my other ones, I still have all the parts for too. But they're actually inside of the breeder box instead of having them inside of the box. I just have a baggie with all of the
You know what you need to start doing?
pieces in it. and then
You gotta, when you're doing something, you gotta go, what would Roundhouse do?
Oh God, I would not want to. Yeah, no.
Why? You don't want like a, not loose stuff
No,
and
or what you do is you get a bin and you open the package over the bin so all the parts fall into the bin.
that too.
Yeah, Jenna. Then you have to buy online, and sometimes that can be hard. I always find it hard because I want to pay the least amount for shipping, but I want to get in. I want to get them in healthy, so I usually buy as many as I can. But then it's hard to get them into the tanks or to find tanks that you can put them in without overloading the bioload.
I had a dog eat a 20-foot lead rope.
Well, you don't care about that.
That was an interesting.
You would just have to do extra water changes.
But pumpkin
For a
rolls
while.
and all the sugar is good for dogs. No, Danny, I learned my lesson with buying 2 beta macrostomas, and I got them really cheap for what they were, but they had camellinus worms, and after they got rid of those, they just weren't strong enough to survive.
Griffin, how are you? Long time no see.
Griffin?
Let's see.
I'm broke as hell not working. Durr. Okay, now I'll shut up
Oh
for a
yeah.
minute.
So I don't know. I went to my one of my LFS, which I don't go to this one that often, but we were in the area and we were trying to kill some time. So we went there, and I was asking if they had any, because I know they do saltwater and freshwater there. They're more expensive, and I don't like going there quite as much because they're a little bit expensive or on the pricier side. But we went there to kill some time since my brother had baseball practice, and we dropped him off there. So we went to the store, and I asked if they had any night gobies or mud skippers, and they ended up ordering them in for me within like a week, which was awesome. Sorry, Adele. Night, Rachel. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it.
Sweet composing dreams.
I have one, so all of my breeder boxes, I have all of the pieces except one, which I got like 3 years ago. And the pieces are so small.
Yeah, they're easy to get lost in a messy room.
They're also clear and hard to see. And with my vision, if I drop something, I can't find it.
Well, I always thought like when you start losing one sense, your other senses get better.
Yeah.
So feel around on the ground. I mean, you can still feel it, right?
Yeah, and that's usually what I do. Except when it somehow it manages to leave and go to like the other side of the room.
Roly things.
Get a comb and comb the floor, just like in Spaceballs.
I actually went to my girlfriend's house once, and her house was so bad we had to rake the floor.
If I didn't say hi before, hey William.
It was scary.
Wait, why? Why did you have to rake the floor?
Because you weren't listening.
because her house was so messy and dirty. It was a scary thing.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a house that dirty where you
Just
have,
turn around. Kev, turn around.
Oh no, his room is clean compared to Selena's house. And I just did the big Terry no-no. I realize why all the fish are so intrigued by the fish net. Because it has little pieces of dried hair algae, and that's what they're eating off the net.
Dry hair and algae, I think will be fine because it would be dead.
Well, if not,
At least I would assume it would be dead.
yeah, I guess this tank actually doesn't have any hair
yeah,
algae.
that's why I asked what they were doing. That's why I asked her to repeat it because I was surprised about that too, Adele.
Yes, I did say rake the floor.
But
With
as
like
usual,
an outside rake.
Roundhouse has to give me a hard time about it. But when
But he gives you a hard time about everything.
yeah, you got a point.
No, if you think I've given you a hard time so far, just wait.
Great, can't wait.
Ooh, no!
Ken.
It's so funny to watch the angels just eating nothing. Because from where I'm sitting, I can't see the brine shrimp. You just see the angels eating, though.
What?
I said from where I'm sitting, the angel
Yeah.
tank, I can't see the brine shrimp.
Why can't you see the brine shrimp?
Because I'm like 10 feet away from the tank.
Oh, okay.
It's just funny how the angels are just like eating eating the air or the water.
Danny
Well,
asks
that sounds
how.
cool, GRB. And I really...
Danny says, "How do you slobs even live?" Well, at least you have your own house. I've got my room to have all my fish stuff in, so
It's called being very clean. Everything for me, everything has a spot. One of the nice things about being OCD.
And my daughter's OCD. When she came here, she was like shocked. Yeah, I don't mind hair algae. Everybody
Did
seems
you
to
read
like it.
your comment?
And it makes really cool looking trees.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, I was thinking like a riding lawnmower in Kevin's room.
It wouldn't fit in Kevin's room.
Oh yeah, well. Knock
Well,
out the
I
wall.
know you couldn't get it in my room because if I were
Actually, no, what we'll do is we'll just knock out the wall and push everything out of the room.
yeah.
Well, if you knocked out that wall, I'd be much happier.
I would probably knock out the wall with the window in it.
Yeah, but I'd much rather you knock out that wall.
Yeah, why? So you can have even a bigger, messier room? No.
Well, bigger room and
The point is we're trying to clean it up,
yeah, but
not give you more room to make more mess.
no, but I have more space to organize and have
Oh, boy, I see tons of space to organize.
Where?
That shelf in your closet, that's all prime real estate.
I already have stuff up there.
Like what?
Boxes,
Get rid of them.
styrofoam,
Why are you keeping styrofoam?
heat sealer, organizer for my airline equipment.
Okay, well, put another shelf in.
What?
Put another piece of wood up there.
There's no
Make
room.
another shelf.
There's no room for another shelf.
Oh, yeah. You can have like a foot shelf up there.
Where?
Right underneath the shelf you have.
Oh, underneath? Then I can't get into my tanks.
You
And
need,
there's already a bar there, so I can't.
oh my God, there's a bar there. Oh, like you can't take the bar down?
There are two support bars so that the shelf doesn't collapse.
Yeah, so.
That's where the shelf would need to be.
Dude, I guarantee you I would be able to walk into that room and have it organized within a day, and the floor, it would be immaculate.
Yeah, and you'd probably throw out like half the stuff too, wouldn't you? No,
Maybe.
probably more than that.
If you don't need it, you don't need it.
That's a matter of opinion.
No, it's a fact. If you don't need something, you don't need it. It's just a plain fact.
Wait, what? Ooh. That's awesome. Yeah, that would be cool.
Don't buy tickets yet, Danny. Australia might not be there. You know, that global warming there, Australia is a low-lying land. Might all be covered up. And then Curiosity would have a huge fish tank. Her whole house would be a fish tank.
Wait, what are you talking about, Steven? Are you serious? And was that Pam's stream? Because, yeah, I'm guessing that was Pam's stream.
Although collaboration, it would get kind of cold because, Canada, cold ass.
I partied in San Diego one night and woke up in Vegas and still don't know how I got there, lol. So I have been there. That's bad. I remember asking a nearby Chinese restaurant for cigarettes and could not believe they did not sell them. So I continued asking, lol. Just a little wasted. Ha ha ha. Yeah, just a tad. Dude, I would turn my whole place into a fish tank and camp on the roof in a tent. Yeah, Dell.
You're still up.
I
Oh, I know.
missed
Shut up.
the chat in mine. So I'm just going back and getting caught up. Ah. Hey, George. I too upset white chipmunks to that oh. Steven is taking notes. Yeah, it is only 11:30. Although for you guys, it's what, 2:30? Oh yeah, tell Danny happy birthday. Bet you do not know what area of the world. Helpful hint. Which helpful hint?
Collaboration. When do you ever? And where did you get it?
I know, Steven. I heard you spent like 3 hours on it. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was thinking of getting one for Kevin. That's why I'm asking where you got yours.
A what?
Huh? Nothing. It'll be $59.95 for me to repeat myself.
Wasn't asking you. I was asking chat. Hey, Sandy. That, and I can always go back and chat and.
Well, then go back and check.
Do
You should be reading your chat anyway.
Yeah, I am, but I can only do one or the other. I can't do both at one time. I'm reading chat or I'm talking. I can't do both at one time. I can barely keep up with chat. I can't do both.
Oh, that's great. I will pay $1 billion zillion to see Kevin do two things at once now.
I can't read as it is. I have a hard enough time reading chat. I can't do both, listening and doing. For what? Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? I was picking my nose.
Although I do listen to books really fast and can retain it while doing other things.
Audiobooks are awesome.
See, I don't like audiobooks. I've tried the whole audiobook thing. You don't like immerse yourself in it as much.
It's a movie in your mind.
Yeah, but to read it, I don't know. To listen to it, the movie doesn't.
Oh my God.
Like what?
I'm reading GRB's. Ouch.
Oh, that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty funny, though.
Oh, get ready for flights being canceled.
Oh, I can't pat my head and rub my stomach at the same time.
They're cancel. What is it? South Africa, Europe, and Canada. I think they're canceling flights from again.
They were during Dallas trip. For some reason,
No, they're not
they went on
accepting
strike.
flights from South Africa.
Oh, is it only okay? I don't know.
Because the Omicron or whatever it's called.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds kind of crooked. Sounds kind of xenophobic and racist or something. I don't know.
Well, that's where the Omicron is, so.
No, it's everywhere. We ain't getting rid of it. This is life. Deal with it. You're never gonna get rid of this ever.
Patty. Yeah, I don't watch any Instagram vids. We had purchased the return ticket and had people organized to assist the groom. We did not think of a pilot strike. We were not invited to the rescheduled wedding.
Chewy, pretty much anything.
Okay, the first one I can do. The first one I can do fine. Second one there, Chewy, not quite so sure.
I can't.
You can chew gum and not chirp over your own feet at the same. Oh man, that's impossible.
No, it isn't.
No. I call BS.
The second one is impossible.
No,
Yeah, that one's hard.
not at all.
That's bad, GRB.
I have even been known to poop and watch videos at the same time.
It really is.
TMI.
I really enjoyed going over there, Adele. It was so much fun.
Night, Daniken.
Like
Night,
most
Danny.
places
Night,
in the
Danny.
world, I go vicariously through them with
Tell
via my
Danny we said happy birthday. Sorry, go
Thank
on,
you.
Lori.
Oh, Daniken. Give Danny a birthday soaking. Fish people, when they have their birthday, you're supposed to take a specimen cup full of fish water and dump it over their head. Because you get in less trouble for that than beating them. You know, because of the birthday beatings.
Why in the world would you want to lick your elbows?
You can't lick your elbow.
What?
Unless you're part horse. Maybe then you could. They got long ass tongues.
Wait, are you serious, Danny? And why would you want to? Oh, jeez, yeah, no. Toy book? Yeah, no.
I'm going to die of starvation.
I doubt that.
I went twice. I really enjoyed going the first time. The second time it was cold. There were 14 of us. My great grandma's funeral. 14 of us. And then we went to the Great Barrier Reef, which was great, except it was freaking cold because I think it was the winter there, which was summer here. And we went scuba diving, and I was freaking cold.
If we're in summer, anything south of the equator is winter.
And we
And
could,
vice versa.
yes, but that was like 6 years ago. I'm not exactly sure when it was. We went. I think it was during this. I'm pretty sure it was during the summer, our summer. So it would have been winter there, and it was freaking cold. What's not all of Australia though? Oh,
That's more than warm. Bloody worm is worse than hot or warm. When you have to have bloody in it, you're getting serious.
that's like roasting hot in my mind.
Too hot?
Collaboration. Is it a humid heat or a dry heat?
That does make a big difference.
Yeah, because dry heat's fine. Shit, humans can take what is it, like 110 dry heat, no problem.
No, well, yeah. For me, it was a humid heat, and I was like, wow. Going when the worst one was when we went to China during the summer, and it was like 95 degrees, really humid, and my nanny's daughter decided we had to go eat hot pot. It was the middle of the summer, 90 degrees, very humid, no air conditioning. We ate hot pot. That was fun. Actually, let me see if I can get a photo of it. We were drenched. It was so much fun. And they're like, "No, you have to have hot pot in Beijing because it's so good. I'm like, yeah, it's freaking middle of when it's.
I don't know, but I could go for some beef and shrimp fried rice right now.
Well, I could go for food right now. Oh well,
No.
feed me tomorrow. No.
Why
Order
do
a
I,
pizza or something. Oh no, you can't do pizza.
Why do I see Taiwan?
No, they don't. No one delivers up here.
Oh,
Not even FedEx and UPS half the time.
oh, did you hear about FedEx? FedEx is in trouble.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, the boxes dumped in the ravine.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
they are effing screwed.
Why? What happened?
In Alabama they found 300 to 400 FedEx boxes dumped in a ravine.
On some guy's private property. So they're going to scan them all and find out what driver dumped them. But in the meantime, people, and it said the guy scanned them. So it says that they were delivered.
It's such a big thing. They have a deputy standing watch 24/7 until they clean it up.
Sure no one goes and steals the boxes.
Well,
That driver is screwed.
Fired. Well, no, he's not only fired. I believe that would be a felony.
Yeah. They said that they were going to, as soon as they figured it out, that FedEx was going to press charges against the guy for theft or something.
Well,
really?
FedEx is being fined. I read that FedEx, they're already going to be fining FedEx for this.
It shouldn't be all that. Wait, why would FedEx be fined?
Because they're the parent company. They're ultimately responsible.
Sure, but legally nothing happened.
Legally, yeah, they stole packages.
No, because
Yeah.
They didn't
They
do
are-
the job.
They are ultimately responsible for their workers.
but technically they didn't steal anything because they're still sending it to the people and they're still there. They may
No,
be late.
they're not. It's in a ravine.
But I thought
They didn't get their packages.
I thought they're gonna get back the packages.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to be
Depending on what it is.
anytime soon because
True.
they're evidence for a crime.
I'm
they'll-
wondering how many boxes had fish or livestock in it.
Yeah. Poor things.
Because I saw like a couple boxes full of what looked like, the Fancy Feast cans for cat food, the thin ones. I saw the picture I saw had a couple boxes of those just laying out.
Jeez.
Stuff like that you could probably forward on because it's sealed, but some stuff it's ruined.
Yeah, depends what it is.
If you bought a book, it's gone. You bought electronics, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
So they have to,
that's
figure out who
heads
the
are gonna
driver
roll.
was, how much each box is worth.
That's a mess. Oh God, why can't I find a photo of it?
Honestly, I don't even understand it because 300 to 400 packages. Obviously, it would be in that area. If I worked for FedEx, I'd be like, why do all these packages keep coming back as non-delivered?
What do you
No,
mean?
the guy scanned them and said they were delivered.
Yeah, but the people would, if it was me, I'd call up and be like, dude, you say you delivered my package, but you didn't.
Wait, we're talking about FedEx, not UP. I was gonna say Amazon. If something didn't get delivered, they just say check by you, make sure that it's not near the porch or anything. They don't really do jack for you.
The hell they don't.
What do you mean?
They resend the
I know I
package.
had to go get my FedEx package. I had to drive like 20 miles away to get my package because the guy couldn't find my house.
But
Plus, it would another charge would be littering.
well, yeah, except it's down a ravine. I mean,
It's on private property. It's littering.
Property.
It doesn't matter where it's
still
at.
littering.
is it private property? And on top of that, Roundhouse, was it you or no? It was you. What do you mean that you're not allowed to collect rainwater here?
I'm not going through it again. We already went through this like last night.
Yeah,
Colorado, you can't collect rainwater either.
2 nights ago, but
Yeah, I'll go watch it again. That explains the whole thing.
we talked about it 2 nights ago, but that's not true.
Yeah,
you
it
can't
is.
collect rainwater in the U.S.
No.
You
No.
cannot collect rainwater.
In some places you can, and in some places you can't. In Colorado, you cannot.
The federal government does not have any laws or restrictions regarding rainwater harvesting.
But
Okay, then go ahead. Go
Most-
collect rainwater, Kev.
you.
States
when
allow
you don't show up, we'll know you're in jail.
Most states allow citizens to collect rainwater and even encourage them to do so.
Most states.
Rainwater harvesting poses a health problem as some water may be unsafe and unsuitable for potable purposes.
Yeah, see, in Colorado, you cannot collect any rainwater.
But Roundhouse is saying that the U.S. you're not allowed to.
No, you can in New Mexico.
That's what Roundhouse had said.
Yep.
It depends on the state.
But it depends on the state, Roundhouse.
Okay.
Angels are doing fine. You made it sound like it was all of the U.S.
It is.
allowed
No,
to.
it's not. It is legal in New Mexico.
Yeah, weed is legal in Illinois, yet it's still illegal.
The federal government does not have any laws or restrictions regarding rainwater harvesting.
Okay,
It's up to
I want to
the
see
state.
FDA, not FTA.
The short where
Chewy's in here. What's the
where in
Adele
the
says-
NDR?
where in the U.S. is collecting rainwater illegal? The short answer is that rainwater harvesting is not illegal. The longer answer is that there are no federal laws that restrict rainwater harvesting. And while there are some states that have strict regulations, most states allow their residents to collect rainwater freely.
And where are you getting this from?
Adele says that there's 13 states that do not allow collecting rainwater.
Where are you reading this from, Kevin?
I just searched it up on Google.
That doesn't answer my question, Kevin.
Worldpopulationreview.com.
Okay, so it's a non-official site.
And then
And even if it was an official site, would you really believe it?
well, that's why I'm asking. Where the hell did you hear this from?
That's actually a law. National Department of Resources is, yeah. It'd be like a forest preserve guy coming and getting you, because I've seen it. It happens all the time.
And when I looked it up, you do not have to pay for wells.
Okay.
You don't pay for the water you get out of the well, but you have to pay for the electric or the solar, and you have to pay to have the well dug, which is expensive.
Well, getting it, I understand. Getting it dug, yes. But Roundhouse is saying that every month they come out and check it, which I don't
Yep.
think
Well,
that
that's there. Here we own the well.
Oh, we own the well. We don't own the water, though.
Oh, see, in New Mexico, we own the water, or we don't have to pay for the water that comes out of the well. It's our water.
And you made it sound like it was everywhere that this was a law.
Hey, Kev, you should never assume.
But that's what you had said. You made an absolute comment that in the U.S. it is not legal. You did not say some states. You said it's not legal in the U.S.
Okay. Go ahead, dig a well. See how much trouble you get into.
What happened, Lauren?
I pushed the wrong button.
That's a surprise. Echo. Okay, there we go. Patty, yeah,
Well, if you think I'm wrong, go ahead and dig a well. See how much trouble you get in. I guarantee you the city will come after you. I don't care what state you're in.
Okay, according to the energy.gov, in Colorado and Nevada, it's very limited collection of rainwater. In 10 states, it's not illegal and no regulations. In about 22 states, there's no regulations. 7 states have state regulations. 3 states have state regulations and they encourage it. And 7 states, including New Mexico and California, it's legal to collect rainwater, and they even give you incentives.
Where? In California?
Regulated through the Division of Water Rights, which includes specific system requirements and licensing criteria that landscapers must follow to install rainwater harvesting systems. Check county for local incentives.
I like how silent Roundhouse is now.
I'm just watching TV. I've been watching TV this whole time.
Regulated through the state engineer office, no specific requirements exist for outdoor uses. Indoor uses must meet quality standards. Check county for local incentives. That's New Mexico. And that's at energy.gov.
Well, I kind of already know that's false because my aunt was fined and arrested and jailed for 3 months for collecting rainwater in Santa Fe. Or I'm sorry, Albuquerque.
Wow. Weird. Well, it's the United States. Nobody knows what's legal or illegal. I mean, I know that if I buy barrels to collect rainwater from gutters around the roof, which I don't have, um, they have a meter thing that you can put at the collection sites off the gutters, and you get a certain tax break for using rainwater. Because one of my neighbors does it. So if he's getting a tax break, it can't be illegal.
Says who?
Well, maybe Albuquerque has their own laws.
The
'Cause they
pot
have-
growers get that, and it's still illegal.
Strange.
They're giving its incentives left and right in Illinois to the pot growers.
They're just revving up for when it's legal.
Yeah, but you just said if they're giving an incentive, it can't be illegal. Oh, that's totally wrong. The pot industry shows it. I mean, you can just look at the pot industry and see that.
That's true. Hey, you're knocking the camera around, Leo. You're not supposed to eat chocolate Pop-Tarts. You're a dog. Dogs can't eat chocolate.
Well, they can. They're just not supposed to.
Oh, he loves chocolate.
Semantics, Roundhouse semantics.
Yeah.
No, that's not semantics at all.
He'll take chocolate
You
over.
can do anything. You can do anything. It doesn't mean you should or that you really can. Yeah, sure, I can jump off a cliff, but it doesn't mean I'm going to live through it.
Semantics would be with a parachute or without a parachute.
I know, they're being weird.
They?
That's what I'm saying. Collaboration. Dogs can eat it. They're just not supposed to.
I actually,
Shit, I've seen a dog eat a tire before. They're not supposed to, but I've seen it.
a Great Dane can eat 6 pounds of chocolate before it starts being toxic. And it depends whether it's milk chocolate or dark chocolate.
Yes, because milk chocolate is not as bad because it's not.
What
as-
about
And
white
Leo
chocolate?
said- and Leo said, I eat chocolate and I'm not dead.
white chocolate is totally fine because it doesn't have any cocoa.
It's fake.
It doesn't technically have any cocoa, so white chocolate's fine. You can actually make
Then how do they call it chocolate?
dog treats with white chocolate. I've seen many dog treats with.
But Kevin, it's chocolate. It's white chocolate. It's in the name.
It doesn't matter. It's only oil.
And on top, and also a lot of places of cherry ripe chocolates from the fridge and got the runs for. Okay. Dogs are.
Well, it
I know,
depends
right,
on
Sean?
the size of the chocolate, the type of chocolate.
And
Well, yeah.
a lot of the time when you see quote unquote chocolate on dog treats, it's not really chocolate. It's
Carrot.
carob. Texas has several laws supporting rainwater harvesting. Texas Property Code prevents a homeowners association from prohibiting the use of rainwater harvesting systems. And if I've got a pond or pool outside,
It collects
And wa-
rainwater. Oh
and
no.
rainwater happens to go in it, and I've got a pond outside, I don't really see how I can do anything about that or why I should.
You routinely drink from your pool or your pond?
No, we never said drinking water.
Ah! Leo, you knocked the camera over.
We never said drinking water. That was never a stipulation whatsoever. So again, I never know what you're talking about.
Okay, don't knock it over. What?
Yeah, well, okay, and that's exactly it, Holly. If you collect rainwater, that a lot of times really helps when getting your fish to spawn or reproduce.
It makes
Do
them
you
feel
come up
like
with that?
I've read that rainwater helps some fish to spawn.
From many breeders.
It's the atmospheric change.
That's
No,
okay, Jeffrey. I was
no,
once told in San
collect,
Francisco that
no.
I have the cutest little bubble butt. All right. Leo, you're going to knock it over.
Best way to get, like, for example, angels to breed is when a storm's coming in, you do a water change. Has to do with the atmospheric pressures.
Yes, that does help, but a lot of breeders also say that collecting rainwater and using rainwater in your tanks is also very useful to help trigger spawning.
Okay.
Okay, Chewy. Whoops. Chewy, Danny. Oh man, I love the sound of rain on a tin roof. That sounds so cool. When I lived off grid, I had a tin roof.
That sounds
That would be
very
annoying as hell.
yeah.
I'm sorry your brain hurts, Adele.
Yeah, Adele, I don't blame you.
It may be fun, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Let me know if you have any, if it works for Fry. Now, what do you want, Leo? Boy, I can't wait to get my diabetes under control and have less of a Velcro dog. Ah. Now, Leo, and then you can leave me alone for a couple minutes. Instead of following me around almost 24/7.
Isn't that what a dog is supposed to do?
Yeah, but there's a difference between being a foot away and like constantly touching you. Because since my diabetes numbers have been really high, he's like always sniffing me, trying to sniff my belly button, licking me. He's almost always, except when he goes out to go potty, he's
Like,
almost
you
always.
have an outdoor shower? No, I don't. Although, not a bad idea. No, I don't have.
Yes,
any
he does. He just
What?
doesn't realize he does.
What,
So how
buckets?
far,
Okay, besides buckets, that's it.
Holly? How far are you from Joplin or? Oh, I think it's Mountain House or Mountain Home. I'm actually trying to plan a trip from New Mexico through Texas, and then to visit one of my friends outside of Joplin, and then visit my sister-in-law and nieces. And it's on the bottom lower right. I think it's Mountain Home or Mountain House, Missouri. I would say no, Kevin doesn't have any specific rainwater collection. I just have a 55-gallon tank, a 20-gallon tank sitting outside that collects rainwater. Yeah, rainwater waters my plants and my trees in the front. And the stupid last tenant dug out all my hollyhocks. I was so mad. It's like, we don't have a lot of flowers out here, and hollyhocks grow good. And he dug them all out. It's like you don't rent a house and dig up your landlord's plants or take their fences. Did everybody die?
What?
Did I kill the conversation?
What?
I'm the only one talking.
Well, yeah, because you haven't asked a question or anything.
Oh. Well, I don't think about questions. I just go on and on and on.
Well,
I'm the mouth that never ends. Now, let's see how many of you don't get that stuck in your head.
and we're just listening.
Yeah, yes, that's why I'm pissed, because I actually paid for the fence around this property and they stole 180 feet. And yes, I did measure. And I just haven't had the money to replace the fence yet.
What do you
So
mean they stole it?
They stole 180 feet of fencing.
How?
I don't know. It's not there anymore. In the back corner of my property, there's, let's see, 52 feet missing, and the rest of it's missing in the front. I am the mouth that it never ends. I could talk constantly because I've had a interesting and exciting life.
That's why it's always fun having you on here.
Nah, it just makes it easier for you because I talk.
That's why it's well, yeah, and that's why it's always fun having you on here.
Because Kevin never pays attention.
Oh, see, People can yell at me and tell me to shut up. That's why I always tell myself to shut up.
What?
Because
Okay,
I just get going and
I
don't
don't know.
stop.
I
Shut
don't
up,
know
Kevin.
why you're afraid of saying things in here, Holly. Because I don't think I've ever scolded you for anything.
Well, I never scold you.
Does it really matter when a child scolds you?
Maybe that's why I talk to dogs and fish and stuff. Because my mom would always say, I'm busy. Go do something. Go play.
Did you hear?
So,
Did you see what
no, I
Holly
didn't hear
just
what
said?
loves to hear me talk. Well,
Which
I
I
love to
actually
talk.
enjoy the info that you have too. That's why I never stop you, or at least most of the time I don't.
Yeah. Well, I have done sort of a lot more than a lot of people. But you know, I got that memory book that I got to fill up with good memories. And I
Nobody,
actually haven't got I have a lot of good memories. And I also have bad memories. And the older I get, the more I learn from them.
nobody really bites except maybe Roundhouse, but even then,
Huh? What was that? I wasn't paying attention. I was channeling you.
That is a statement I never expected to hear out of you. Yeah, it's the Lamb Chop Sherry Lewis song. It's a song that never ends. It goes on, my friend. Some
Some
people
people
started
started singing
it,
it, not knowing what it
knowing what
was.
it was. And now they'll keep singing it forever just because it's a song that never ends. It goes on, my friend.
Yeah,
My
my niece had that tape. You want to know what I did to it? I took it out and cracked it right in front of her.
my kids and I made it singing it for an hour and 12 minutes once. After that, we just gave up. Cat walking across the phone. I have dogs walking across the phone because
Well,
sometimes
technically, that would be your fault, Freaky, because
no,
you
it's
didn't
not
have it
my
locked.
fault. It wouldn't be her fault for the cat. It's not my fault. Well, okay, maybe it
Yeah,
is.
because it would be locked. You'd have to unlock the phone for the cat to walk on it to do anything.
Yeah, but my phone's not locked right now. So if a dog walked on it, it could do something.
Then
It's
that would
like
be your fault. You would be ultimately responsible. It's kind of like FedEx and its employees. You're the company and the dog's your employee.
yeah, the first Christmas Barney was popular. My brother and I hit every button on the Barneys at the huge triangular display at Toys R Us. It was awesome. It,
I love you. You love me. We're a shotgun family.
I don't know if it says that, but yeah,
I
my
still
brother.
like the one. It was a spoof where the dude runs in and shoots Barney and puts a hole in it, like literally like a 2 foot hole in him with a shotgun.
Oh, well, we were talking about first words, and my daughter said, "So, mommy, what was my first word?" And I said, "You walked into your brother's room right after Christmas, and he had Barney sheets in a pillowcase and a Barney comforter and 3 Barneys on his bed, and you said, 'Barney!'" She said, "I could have gone my whole life without knowing that, Mom. Could you have made it something like Mama, Dada?" I said, "Nope, that was your first full word, was Barney."
my brother's was hot.
My first full sentence was, um, let's see, "Go, lady, go," from listening to my dad drive. Yeah, we all like a lot of fish, but I'm almost ready to cut down.
What?
I'm almost ready to cut down, but I don't know what to cut down.
Yeah, sure. I'll believe it when I see it.
Except for the platies.
What? Why? What do you have against the platies?
Well, I don't have anything against them. It's just I can't sell them anymore. And there's a lot of platies in Albuquerque. So, I'm not driving 2.5 hours to give somebody fish. No, we're talking about Barney the Purple Dinosaur. GRB. Now, some of my favorites were bananas in pajamas. I actually have bananas in pajamas. And the sneaky, sneaky rat. Ah, McDonald's. Not Whataburger. That really was a crappy Whataburger in Denver. I was so disappointed. And then I got to go to the Whataburger next to my kids.
In where?
Denver, Dallas.
She can tell you, but it'll cost you $15.
No, she's in Denver, and I'm like, we never went to Denver.
I'm
If
tired.
you're talking about where I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, Dallas. That was a crappy Whataburger. The one by my daughter's house is really good. It takes a little bit longer, but I think it's because they don't have a million sandwiches sitting up there.
Who else has
B1
cribs?
and B2, yes. Bananas in pajamas rock. And HR puffin stuff.
I want to figure out. I need to figure out a better way to ship stuff.
With a box.
What?
In a box.
No, really?
Yep.
Thought I could just ship them as is. I actually have to put them in a
so-
box.
I can imagine that.
I thought I could just ship them in those bags that they're in. That I put them in already.
Yeah, I thought about getting cribs, but I just like my cichlids.
I am so getting cribs.
Because there's only one fish left on my wish list. Okay, two, actually. Some, what are they called? Catapunctus?
Cautopunctatus, multifasciatus.
If that's what they're called.
Cauto,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Chewy, I was just letting that one go.
Yes. I would like. Shipping actually wasn't that hard. Oh, Teletubbies are gross. I hate Teletubbies.
Yeah, and it's nice.
Strawberry
When,
shortcake.
it's nice. It's nice when you have a free oxygen tank.
Oh, shut up.
You know what was a good show?
Just
Thomas the
saying.
Tank.
Well, it works
Yeah.
a lot. It's nice when you have oxygen there that you don't need to go refill. And that's.
Did you know pure oxygen is not the best thing for fish?
It's not pure oxygen. It's from my, like a rebreather, that turns air into oxygen. So you can never get pure oxygen out of it. I just, with my hands not being really good, it's hard to put the rubber bands on the bags.
Why don't you just get one of those staple machines?
Aren't they like super expensive?
For big bags, yeah. I'm pretty sure they sell smaller ones.
Because I've only shipped one group of fish. Yeah,
Just tie it.
No, my hands aren't that good.
Oh.
And she did a great job, I might add.
Well, I don't know if they still sell them, but back in the 60s, they used to sell those bag sealers.
I use a heat sealer, seal up most of the bag, leave a little bit of space for to add air, and then seal the rest, it all the way. And as long as the bag is flat on the heat sealer, it seals well.
It's just like I have my mom's old heat sealer from like eons ago where you used to.
GRB, that's only because snowflakes. I remember that when they were talking about that.
Yeah, I have one of those.
That's a relatively new thing once the snowflakes came around.
But
What's
I watched,
snowflakes?
and this was the best packing job I've ever had at a big box store. She folded over the top of the bag and then put it together and like then did the spinning and stuff, but it held in the air better than just grabbing it and spinning it. And it actually took me quite a long time to do that bag, but
Which bag?
your bag,
The one that you sent me, or the ones that we did together?
the one that you sent. Because if I would have had done those bags without your help, it would have been unsuccessful. Because my hands were bad that day. Ah, the red dragons are bugging the snails. They're knocking them off the aquarium wall. Interesting. What? The red dragon guppies are knocking the snails off the glass.
Oh, the red I'm like, the dragons? What?
These snails will have to get used to a whole nother kind of fish.
Wow, I fought my first battleship a year ago. I've been playing that game for a year. Holy crap.
Yeah, again, even though you're at your computer, you're never at. You're almost always doing other things and not paying attention to your streams when you're on them.
He'll say he's multitasking.
Yeah, he's not.
Posiwi, you're old enough. You remember Rosettes? The cookies?
Yes.
Yeah, I told my dad, and I just messaged my mom. I'm taking it. I'm taking the contraption because they don't make them anymore. My dad's pissed. He's like, you're not taking it. I'm like, why? You don't make them anymore.
I have a rosette maker with, I think, 5 different shapes.
We just had the flower shape.
I have way too much stuff. I mean, like if
Jeffrey, you haven't gone to bed yet? Night. Usually you're waking up at around this time.
Good night, Jeffrey. Sometime next week or the week after, I'm going to do tank videos again. And you can see your babies. Sadly, at that point, I may only, I'm going to try and get out the 2 little ones tomorrow morning. I can't do it tonight. I spent all my allotted standing up time. There he goes under the bed again.
Baby Kevin Buttcrack.
See, I don't show my room because I don't want you to yell at me.
He yells at me either way. It doesn't really matter.
True.
Yeah, but Freaky, it has to have a lot of powdered sugar.
And I don't know. I don't know.
Just so they're just like Danish wedding cookies, where when you breathe in the powdered sugar and then you start coughing and gagging.
No, that's what happens to me in tiramisu.
Pretty much a rosette is a funnel cake in a shape.
Ah, cool, Holly.
It's just fried batter. It's a metal contraption. You dip in the batter, and then you put it in the fryer, and it fries it.
Let me see.
And they are so light and crispy.
Oh, I haven't had those in like forever.
Now I'm gonna have to get the guys to go through them. No, they're probably in the storage, and that's harder because I still have to get the storage guys to open my storage. When my storage got broken into, they put this, like, it looks like it came from a ship. This giant chain and lock on it.
That's
And
okay. Okay.
it hasn't been broken into since. So it's
So-
like,
So Fusiwi, what's wrong with this picture? My neighbor comes over, knocks on my door. She's like, I can't. She has a storage locker with a lock on it, a combination lock. Her hands are bad. She doesn't have the power to pop it. Once she gets the combination, she doesn't have enough power to pop it. So I'm like, okay, let me throw some clothes on and I'll go over there with you. So I go over there with you, and I'm like, okay, so what's the combo? She's like, look at the back. She's still got the goddamn sticker on there.
oh my God. Ugh. I'm not that dumb. However, it was very intriguing that when my 10 by 20 storage got broken into, they didn't steal anything.
Funnel cake batter is just pancake batter. That's all it is pancake batter.
The mold
It's
is
like
cast
that.
iron, and even when you spray like Pam on it, the batter sticks to the cast iron, and so when you put it into the oil, it fries it.
And it falls off.
Yeah.
And then you just go in with like a screened scooper and scoop it out and put it on a paper towel to soak up some of the oil.
Yeah, they're cast iron.
Let's see if I can actually do this on stream without.
Oh, this is going to be hilarious! Everyone, start recording.
What is he doing?
Pouring water right by his computer like an idiot.
Why is that being an idiot? My computer's like 3-4 feet away.
I don't put anything past you, Kevin. I cover my keyboard when you pour water.
You're not using those super heavy bags, are you?
Why? I'm not shipping anything. I'm just showing it.
I know, because they're hard.
We just fold it over twice. We get the bag, we fold it over twice.
Yeah, that's too much work. You just twist it to begin with.
Yeah, but then it leaks.
Oh man, I would
No,
be
it
so
doesn't.
mad, Holly.
If you do it right, no, it doesn't. You twist it, you put a rubber band on it, then you fold over the extra, and you put another rubber band around it. That's it. No leak. Especially when you put it in a second bag. Upside down.
Oh, I got mad because someone stole one of my cow heads, but it was the dogs next door. And I have a whole bunch of other bones that they tore the lid off the Tupperware, so now it's like under things that the next door neighbors' dogs can't get to. It's like, oh my God, they're stealing my bones.
I'm surprised your dogs don't steal the bones.
No, they can't get to them because my dogs are in a fence, within a fence. They have a small yard, unluckily, because of my neighbor's dogs.
Oh.
And I can't afford double fencing, so since I'm pretty happy with my fish, I'm going to spend $100 a month and buy 50 feet of 5.5 foot high wire horse fencing with 2x3 squares with wrapped wire. It's really a strong fence. And I'm going to start putting that up. And eventually I'll get the whole yard done. And then the dogs can run around more.
And how long will that take you? Okay, Holly, I hate to ask, what don't you collect?
She's like me. Oh yeah, but you got a bigger bag. It's easier with that bag.
What?
See, I couldn't tie the knot in it.
This is the same bag as we were using in Dallas.
No, I mean on Roundhouse.
Used to bigger. Oh, I don't have any good rubber bands.
Bag. Oh, I hate it when rubber bands break.
They're all old
Those
rubber
are
bands.
really cool. I have a bunch of coyote heads that I found while wandering around. I have part of a snake spine.
Wait, how thick are those bags, Roundhouse?
They're
I don't
just
know. I took them from Walmart.
when Walmart had fish.
Walmart.
What was that, like 10, 15 years ago?
No, a couple months ago, when they all stopped carrying fish.
That was like,
Wow, our Walmarts haven't had fish for years.
Oh, ours have. And then you put it in upside down.
Well, yeah, because that's
yeah, but then
I'm not dealing with it.
Kevin has to make him on big screen. But now he's done.
Yeah, because my rubber bands are bad. They're all old rubber bands. All my good rubber bands are in the basement.
Well, just mark the time. It was at I don't 2:25.
yeah, 225.
See, I collected like all kinds of useless things like 1967 civil defense crackers. Not only were they still in their tins, but the 8 tins were still in a box. And I knew that someday, somewhere, sometime, somebody would need those. And I actually donated them to the University of Berkeley.
I'm going to do a video especially for Kevin tomorrow. Not a bag of fish.
He could bag a fish. And he can unbag a fish, see?
I like using the heat sealer more though.
Well, yeah.
Because that never breaks. The rubber bands are very flimsy.
Well, if you get new rubber bands, they're not. New rubber bands are fine.
Whenever you package things.
Exactly, Holly.
The rubber bands that I was using are like 4 or 5 years old.
I just hope that my eyes kind of go back, or I'm going to be like hugging my computer screen to see it. It's like 32 inches. Which really sucks.
Good night, Danny.
Good night, Danny. Sweet dreams. Hometown.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I need to go watch. Didn't you do a video on winding up your Python?
Yeah, because you don't know how to. That's why I did it.
I need to go watch it. I haven't yet. I have a really hard time winding it.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't you. That was someone else. Someone else was complaining that it kept like getting kinked up and stuff. You got to twist the tube as you're coiling.
I only have a problem with the non-kinking hose kinking.
Yeah, because you're not twisting it as you're coiling. You have to twist. At anything that you coil, you have to twist for it to coil good.
Alright, I need to go find that video. What was it called?
I don't know.
You don't know what you call your videos, really?
I'm assuming how to coil a python or something to that effect. It was like a year ago.
Yeah, Remus was going to leave his Python, but the last thing I need is more stuff.
I thought you needed to buy one for yourself.
No, I just need a vacuum.
You're gonna use a vacuum to do water changes? What?
I need a gravel vac because mine broke.
That's what a python is.
Yeah, but if I would probably have to buy stuff to hook it to my sink.
Okay, it's like $15 to get it, so I don't. And of course, I did get it, but it's annoying.
What? The Python?
No, it's like, well, so it's like $15. But I just keep mine up there, coiled. But I have a really hard time coiling it. But I just keep mine up there, coiled.
Oh, Adele.
Wait, Jess's mom? Jess's mom passed? Is it on Lady Metalhead's channel or?
Metalhead's Jess, not Jess.
What?
Metalhead's Jess, not Maintails, Fur and Fins.
Yeah, but they're both Jess. I know who she's talking about.
I don't. I'm so far behind from not feeling good. I'm so tired of not feeling.
I told you that was her name. At least I'm pretty sure I did. We talked about this, I think, yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, but that was a whole year ago.
Because I needed suggestions. Wait, she skydive? Wow. I'd love to do that. Although I know my dad would not. He doesn't see the point in jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
My dad's girlfriend skydives.
New guppies and shrimp visiting aquanautics. I don't see a video. Is it on her channel?
No, on the main one, she said.
Oh.
Ugh. Oh, that's what I was doing, so you made me forget.
I'm sure that's my fault.
No, I just have to set the clock to wake up to go drive down and do Hanukkah. Then I only have 7 days left.
All right. Adele, do you mind posting the link? Please. Yeah, I don't see it. I need help. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. I wasn't going to say it. You were going to say it. I only can remember what I forget I'm going to say.
That was a rhetorical question. Thank you, Lori.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
And I think I'm gonna end it in like 8 minutes, 7 minutes, if that's okay.
I'll go to bed. Ugh. After I drink another, oh, third of a bottle of
Thanks,
water and a Coke. And
thanks, Adele. I appreciate it.
yeah, it kind of has been a tough week. You know, and it's funny because, like, after the tank was laying on the bed, and I'm sitting there, like, in the middle of jumping up to grab fish, I thought, wow, this would be a great YouTube video. Screw that, I gotta save my fish. And then, like, I totally, you know, I could have taken a video of the tank on the bed after all the fish were saved, but
You might as well. The link's pinned, Adele. Okay, Jess. I know Main's Tails, Fur and Fins, Lady Metalhead, uh, Jess, Shrimp Granny.
Granny.
Who else?
Well, yeah, but you're super busy in a good way.
Who else?
I don't know any other Jesses.
Let's see. Trying to think. Who do we know? Oh. Okay. Who are the other ones? I'm trying to think. What's the most popular name? I can't think. I'd say Eric, but there's only 2 Erics that I know. Who else?
Well, there's several Brians. There's several Jasons.
There's like 2 or 3 Jasons. I don't know of any more. I know Jason, Redfish, Bluefish, Degenerate, and that's about it.
Jadrin.
Oh yeah, okay, Jadrin. Who else?
There was somebody else, Jason, because I remember thinking, well, I should remember that because one of my kids is Jason, but that was replaced with
Kenny.
Jeremy, who owns Tucker the Great Dane.
Kenny. Danikin Aquatics, Kenny. We have, let's see, Kenneth Oakes. Who else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, Jason from Primetime Aquatics, you're right. How could I forget him? Who else? I can't think of any others. There's only 4 Jasons. I don't think, are there many
Put
Erics?
like a fish tube list in front of you, you would get more.
ABC, I don't know. Is ABC Kenny as well? I'm trying to think of any others. Eric is only Furlow, right? Or Eric Wyrock? Are there any
Yeah.
others? Are those the only 2? I'm just going through different. I don't know. GRB. Who else? Yeah, there's what? All things fish. Mike's Aquatics and Things. FFR.
2 Brians in the stream? Oh my goodness.
Let's see, who else? Mike's All Things Fish. Yeah, we already said Jason Degenerate. Jason Redfish Bluefish Degenerate, Jadrin, and there was one more. Oh, Primetime.
Time. You
As
just keep forgetting him, don't you?
Chewy said. Hey, I remembered it right after, and I knew there was one more. Let's see. Who else? Trying to think of all of the Mikes. All Things Fish, Florida Fish Rescue, Mike's Aquatics and Things. I know there's more.
Well, there
God, why am
has
I blinking? What?
to be more.
I know there are more. I'm just blanking on who they are. God, why am I blanking? Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. Unless I look it up. Let's see. That's a good one. Okay, Fish Tank Barnes. I guess if I don't know if we're saying Mike and Michael are synonymous, but Bay Area Aquatics. Let's see, who else? Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of at the moment. I think there's like 5, but those are the only ones I can think of at the moment. Aha? What do you mean, aha? Where'd Lori go?
I'm here.
All right, well, thank you everybody for coming. It is, for me, it's the 45-minute mark coming up. So, Mike's Two Fish? Never heard of that one. But, thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow.
And happy Hanukkah a day early. So I'll say happy Hanukkah tomorrow.
No, technically today, because it's past.
No, it starts tomorrow at when the sun goes down.
Oh, when the sun. Okay, got it.
Yeah, go ahead, Adele.
Why
Talk
not?
to you later, Holly.
Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. Night, everybody.